I started saying in the last video, pause your video, do number 3, see if it's geometric. So when you do the ratios between each of the terms, you'll see that it does multiply by -2/3 consistently. So yes, it is geometric. The ratio would be -2/3. As we look at number 4, all we're trying to find is the next 4 terms, so 5 terms total of this sequence. So we're given the first one already, which is 2. And what we're going to do is we're just multiplying each one by 1/3. So we're going to get 2/3. And when I multiply by 1/3 again, I'm going to get 2/9. Then I'm going to get 2/27. And then finally 2/81. So again, multiplying each one by that ratio. Go ahead again, pause the video, do number 5 by yourself. So these are what you get. Again, multiplying by square root of 3. So when we multiply here by square root of 3, remember this and this will cancel out to give you 3. 3 times 12. So there are 5 terms. Number 6, we're going to have another similar kind of flow to this. You're missing a little bit of information. So for number 6, a sub 1 equals 81. And a sub k plus 1 equals -1/3 ak. So with this, if we look at this piece right here, it's saying to get the next term, so 1 past the term, I need to take the previous term, that's a sub k, and multiply by -1/3. So that kind of tells you right there that's going to be geometric by the idea of multiplying by the previous. So, basic stuff at the beginning. What we want to do is we want to find the 5 terms. So go ahead and pause that and then find the common ratio and then go ahead and see if you can plug the information in to get C. All right, so for the first 5 terms, you should get 81, -27, 9, -3, and 1. For the ratio, we're going to get -1/3. To find the formula that generates the nth term, again, we go back to that formula we were given at the beginning, where we take the first term, multiply by the ratio, raise to the n minus 1. And then I just plug it in. I have the first term, I have the ratio, and then this will be our answer right there. 7 and 8, they're asking us to find the given term that's asked of us. Based on the information given. So it tells us already we want to use this formula. So as long as we have the first term and the ratio, these should be pretty quick and easy as long as we plug them into our calculator. So we want to find the 8th term. So a sub 1 is 24. The ratio is 3/2. And again, I'm going to go n minus 1, that's 7. So 8 minus 1. Again, pause the video. Put it in your calculator, you're going to get 410.06. Double check that if you didn't get a chance on your calculator. We're just going to round to the nearest hundredth for these. Go ahead, pause for number 8. Make sure you get the same thing. All right, go ahead and check your work for number 8. And then when we move to number 7, it gives us a little less information that's as direct. It says find the 7th term of the geometric sequence with a sub 1 equals 1 and a sub 3 equals 45/4. Now, I don't know the common ratio, but at least I do have this first one. I know that a sub 1 equals 5. I know a sub 3 is going to be 45 fourths. But I don't know the second one, so I really don't know what's happening here, but I know I'm multiplying it twice. So think about what we are. We're on the third term. The third term generates 45/4. And to get that, I'm going to take the first term and multiply it by the ratio. Again, third term, n minus 1, it's going to be squared. So a sub 1, let's fill that back in with 5. I'm going to divide by 5, which is multiplying by 1/5. This is going to be 9/4. And so r squared, r equals 3/2. So now that I have that and this, I can figure out what the 7th term is. The seventh term, remember, we're going to take the first term, which is 5, so this is a sub 1, times it by the ratio, which is, we just found out, 3/2, so this is the ratio, and we raise it to the 6th power because it's n minus 1. All right, put in your calculators, we're going to get 56.95 approximately for the 7th. And we're going to finish out these last two with a partial sum, kind of seen in that sigma notation. So, again, formula we're going to use is this up here. We need to know a sub 1, and we need to know the ratio. So I'm going to look at a couple of things. I'm going to look at what a sub 1 is, and that's by plugging in 1. So -2 to the 1 minus 1, that's going to give us 1. When I plug in 2, I'm going to get in -2. 2 minus 1, that's going to give us -2. A sub 3 will be -2 to the, again, 3 minus 1. So -2 to the second is 4. I'll do it one more time. We get to the 3rd power, which is -8. So if we think about what's happening each time, our ratio is -2. And I now calculated the first term. So our summation formula will be a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. So that's going to give us 1 minus 1 minus -2 to the nth power all over 1 minus -2. Put it in your calculators, you get 171. Go ahead and pause the video, see if you guys can plug these numbers in first, find out the ratio, figure out the first couple terms in order to do that first. So pause it, see what you can get done. All right, so these are our first 3 terms. If you didn't get this far yet, get those down and then see what you think your ratio will be. Our common ratio is 1/3. We can kind of see that by doing 5/3 over 5, which would be 5/3. Common denominator, 15/3. Reduce it down to 1/3. All right, we're going to plug this in. We're going to get first term is 5 times 1 minus 1/3 raised to the, we want to find the 10th, over 1 minus the ratio, which is 1/3. Again, put in your calculator, 7.5